Congratulations on this film. Our favorite duo back in action together.
From the outside looking in, it seems simple. Seize the cash, count it, and turn it in.
My PD.
On the inside, it's different.
There's $1.4 million in this bucket. I bought 14 more of those things. That's a $20 million rip.
How much fun do you two have going toe-to-toe with each other as besties?
Well, we let the stuntmen do the fight.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But no, we love working together. We've been doing it since we were kids. We were doing high school theater together. And then, you know, the process of writing was like so labor intensive for us. So many thousands of hours of collaborating in different ways, acting together, writing together, producing together. You know, he's directed me in a movie, you know.
A lot of people kind of have, you know, because of their life, they're interested in one line of work, and then they got their friends and family over here, and you know, we're fortunate to be in the same line of work. So it was well, look, we ought to
work together more.
Exactly.
Listen, it works.
Oh, thanks.
It's working. You know, you mentioned obviously the stuntmen did the physical toe-to-toe against each other, but even the verbal scenes, like how much fun do you guys have with that? Is there a moment like one of you maybe will break character? I know you're consummate professionals, but in those moments where you're really like letting it all out against each other, how is that?
Well, these scenes were pretty tense and easy to play. They were very well written, and I think it helped that people know that we have this lifelong friendship, because I think that comes into those scenes. And when he's, you know, the whole point of the movie is people aren't really saying what's really going on, and people have hidden agendas. And when you see this fracture between them, you know, it's incredibly frustrating for his character, because he's asking me these direct questions, and I'm just blanking him. And so that dynamic, like I don't recall but breaking character or laughing or getting the giggles on any of those days. I'm sure we did at other times. I mean, you know, sitting around set while they're setting up shots, I mean, you know, you kind of hang around and bullshit with each other. But when the scenes were going, I think we were kind of pretty much in them.
Yeah, I mean, look, you always are better for whoever's in the scene with you. You know, I really am a believer in that. All the actors in the scene are kind of contributing to it. We have a tendency to focus on individual performances, but you know, in my experience, the better the actors I get to work with, the better I am. I'm such a great actor, and it's such a pleasure anytime and by the way, we had a absolute spectacular cast across the board. We had this whole group of people, you know, from Stephen Yeun and Teyana Taylor, I mean, Kyle Chandler, all people where every time you kind of turn to them, you know, they were there and present, and also kind of doing something you didn't anticipate, and it lets you do the thing I think you need to do as an actor, which is get out of your head and just start, you know, listening and paying.
It's crazy. When an actor's good, you can just make eye contact with them, and it's like a tractor beam. It's like a vacuum lock. You just get ripped right into that reality. And we were surrounded by a lot of really great actors in this movie.
We gotta be smart right now. We gotta move this money, man.
Stay off the radios, no call outs.
What would you do with this? Just this. Everything.
I want to bring it back to your early days, because your characters get themselves in quite the situation in this film. Way back when, is there a moment where y'all should have gotten in trouble, but you didn't and you got away with it?
God, I'm sure.
Yeah, really. There's no moment that comes to mind that I'd like to share with Entertainment Tonight right now. That's applying a whole other filter to it.
Yeah.
I think there was one. I remember one time where.
Don't talk about when we stole the $20 million.
I won't say that. I won't say that. No. When we went to a party, there was a big party, and I think I told my mom that I was sleeping at Ben's, and Ben told his mom that he was sleeping at my house, and I think they did catch us pretty easily that time, actually. So
they call each other.
I feel like I'm really onto it with my kids now, because you know, it's like the parental fallacy. We're like, you know, when I was at your age, I was doing, so I'm not gonna let you guys get away with it. Somehow the kids are always just a little bit smarter than you. You know?
One step ahead, keeping you on your toes. Matt, I know that there has been so much chatter about how ripped you are. in the Odyssey. But can I just say in the most respectful way, Ben, you are giving him a run for his money in this film.
Finally,
Come
some
on.
flowers for you. Are you happy?
Were y'all-
Jesus.
Yeah, well, I take what I can get. I mean, listen, you obviously have very good taste.
By the way, he takes his, he changes his shirt in a scene in this movie, and boy, did they tweak the lighting for a long time in that bathroom. Just shadows and just getting everything just perfect
It was
for him.
important to see the character change.
Yeah,
I think that part of what was dramatically interesting there was that he had a shirt that was dirty.
Yeah, and then he had to put a clean one on. That makes total sense in the middle of the day.
You were like, I can't let him get all this attention here. Did you take a page out of his gluten-free diet, though, for any of this?
To be honest with you, I can't do the gluten-free thing.
Okay.
I feel like if the one thing I can't live without is like bread, rolls. I mean, maybe it just makes me a caveman, but it's that's really hard. And I don't like. I hate to say. I mean, I don't like food without gluten.
Have you kept up with the lifestyle? I know you and your wife have committed to it, right?
Yeah, she doesn't have the same kind of intolerance that I have, so she can still eat gluten. One of my 4 kids, one of the ones who's still in the house is like me, so we eat gluten-free together. So that's kind of, we're a team.
Don't trust anyone.
All I know is what we do right now and who we talk to matters.
Of course, I can't sit across from you two, not acknowledge, this deep friendship here. What a blessing in life to be able to have someone by your side through thick and thin for over 4 decades. I mean, this is literally, truly one of the longest relationships in Hollywood, and it's such a blessing for you guys to be able to share this life together. Are there moments that stick out for you two over the years that really mean the most of how each other shows up? How do you guys show up for each other that sticks out?
Well, it's probably too many moments to count. I mean, it is I think a lot of people watching this, I'm sure, can relate. Like if they have a lifelong friend, right? Like I think a lot of people have that. I think it's a little different in our case only because we both do this job, and the friendship was probably in large part founded in this kind of shared dream of doing this job. We love making movies. We used to go to movies. We were obsessed with movies, with actors when we were young, and
I think there's a tendency to focus on friendships around sort of, some big moment or other. The truth is, I think what really drives that is like, who's the person you want to pick up the phone and talk to, and who kind of makes you laugh, and who you think gets it, and it's like the little things, in aggregate that kind of make up, I think, the relationships that really end up being kind of meaning. And yes, it's not without.
And then there was the time I saved your life, where you hanging from the bridge.
In the time you needed all that money, and you were bro, and the people we were suing, and I was like, let me cover this up for you.
The little moments and the big ones
and
too.
And the big ones where he calls me up, how do I act? What do I do?
You were
okay,
like,
what's your animal?
I know a hitman. I will make this go away.
And E.T. has been along for the ride with you guys over the years, and thank you so much.
That's probably fair to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's a double-edged sword, by the way, E.T., but thank you, nonetheless.
Well, your acting debut, 45 years this year, in June, marks your
Is that right?
anniversary.
That's funny because I'm 31 years old.
You want to steal this rip? Just say it out loud.